There we are, back with our actual screen. It's gonna be Tricked versus AGO on a map that I actually adore so much. It's beautiful, it's very interesting, it's giving us a very cluttered, tight B side and an A side with very many options to attack to it. It's gonna be Train, of course. And I don't know how you feel about it, Jamie. AGO has delivered us a lovely performance, basically. A massive domination of Tricked. And right now, it's gonna be map number 2, the pick of the Danes, who recently switched a player who was already in the roster. Now he's back. What do you got to say about this? Is this going to be a clean 2-0 sweep?
After that last map? I think so. I mean, yeah, it's Tricked's map. It's their pick and all. I mean, they have generally a similar sort of win rate to Ago. But that last map, that Mirage map, was just awful from the Danes. It really did not look confident at all. They had very, very few kills, let alone rounds, against the Ago side. So I'm not going into this one with any sort of confidence whatsoever. I think this is going to be a 2-0.
Yeah.
I can't really contest much other than that. It looks like Ago are going to be going through to the next round of the playoffs because, well, unless Tricked have really done some thinking and talking during the break, I just don't see them winning this at all.
Yeah, same feeling right there. And as you're saying it right now, this is the first thing. Second thing we just really want to quickly talk about. You can be the one who actually determines the prize pool of this tournament. We're in round of 16. 4 invited teams are going to close in very, very soon. And you can be the ones who actually say, I want to invest a little bit more. Maybe I want to open up some cases, you know, and opening up cases can deliver you skins. With delivered skins, you're actually able to play with some nice looking guns, and you're actively supporting the prize pool of the Hellcase Cup. It's a win-win pretty much for everyone. On hellcase.com you find out more information. But now we're switching to our knife round of the game. Hellcase Cup number 7. Map number 2. Either AGO or Tricked are going to advance, and right now it looks brilliant for the Poles.
Yeah, let's see the choices side go to the favor of Ago. So nice start already. Just the CT starts to kick things off for them. Obviously, CT pick is always preferred from all sides of the tournament. So just getting Ago started here, see if they can get us a confident, another confident CT side, and just run it home alongside Tricked. Tricked, what are you going to be doing here today, really, is the question. What has changed? What will you do differently in Train that you couldn't do in Mirage? Let's find out with the pistol round coming into play. The double flash smoke in for console. Inter's going to have a second smoke and a Molotov. So enough for a basic execution on this pistol round. And Ago have the defuse kit on Furl and the smoke for him as well. Tricked go immediately into their default, mostly out towards Ivy, but a couple of players going in towards the apartments and playing passive on T-Gun. But for the most part, this looks like it's a basic Ivy push.
Yeah, and right now, I expect a lot of things coming in right now from the Tricked esports site. And as we're talking about, Furlan got to hit his shots, fully denied. So PHR got to do the job. Can't find himself 1. Let's find his title 2nd. And left, right, and center. So it looked like a quite nice aggression we have seen here from the guys. It's actually now A&J who might do the difference. Gets himself 1. Can't connect onto the 2nd. Snatchy finds him. AGO Esports taking the lead.
I was hoping the Snatch would have brought out that P250, the fabled P250.
Oh, he used it
earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story.
I was saying, I hope he used it. He used the P2K instead, but I was hoping that he would. So you can tell me this story about the fabled P250 of the Ago CT side player. I'll be honest, with Ago's current performance in this series, I'm not sure we will get to see it.
Yeah, I know. That's the kind of thing, right? You so far see quite big dominance coming in from AGO right now as they've taken the first one here on Train. Nothing's decided yet, but everything seems to be kind of determined. With the first player falling down in Soliki, Snatker as well as A&J need to try their best to find a way into this. Talking about it, Insta gets taken out for the grenade, but first of all, Lucky finds Furlan towards Ivy. Snatchy returns. Sees the bit of the shoulder of Snatker. Major risk he's taken. Smoke popping. Lucky could get really close, but back the M4 is out. And he doesn't find the frag. 3 versus 2. And Tricked Esports, they have a bit of options right here.
Range game is definitely favourable to Ago. However, they've got to get this M4 into play instead. Will get boosted up. Trust if he can do anything here from the boxes. We'll see very little. Does catch vision on PHR, unable to do anything with it. So now it's just Lucky 8 HP. and a Dream. He's just left to try and run away. The backstabbing coming from CTs as well. Gruby's watching this one out from Ivy. Actually does end up falling to the M4, but Tower's there for a quick trade, and he will be able to do so. No problems right there. M4 recovered. A goal once again in the conversion round. We'll lose a little bit of investment, but not a major amount. And if the rest of the game is anything to speak of, then it probably should be a relatively easy affair to build it right back up.
Yeah, very, very true. And with that just happening right here, I don't doubt anything more for the beginning few rounds that AGO should be able. It's a little early, I know, and you shouldn't usually choose any sides that early on, but I have a very good feeling about it with AGO. Recently, you just joined us now. We talked about AGO earlier. It's just the basic thing that they have performed quite well recently. Talking right now about it, Snetker loses his first duel. Excuse me, it's actually Gruby losing his first duel to Snetker, who now got himself insta on that AK, and an advantage.
You're tricked in another force buy round. They will lose the first frag to PHR, 4 versus 4 immediately. Now who's got to recover that AK? I would love to see him pass up to somebody else, but ANJ is going to get picked apart. Snatchy going aggressive from the apartments, now going to suppress them out here and wait for his CT brethren to come through. Unfortunately, he will get picked apart before that happens, so the T's once again have full reign of the T side of the map, but still a HP advantage for the Yago players. 2 M4s and an MP9 to play with. Verlin playing close range out towards Ivy, but we've got to focus towards T-Con. That's where Trickter coming in from. PHR is going to spot them eventually. Looking for Sned, so low HP. A single bullet will take him out, and he spotted him now. Verlin going to go ahead and rotate to support. A kill on this SMG will be absolutely glorious here. He looks for one. Console will spray through with his MP9. And we'll find the frag on PHR, turning things back to the man advantage. The Trick, the still the HP advantage is way too high. And Toa and Furlan quickly crossfire it down to bring a 3-0 start for a go.
The thing is, every time AGO is actually down by a man or two, they somehow retrieve the situation, can turn it around, and then usually, like in a matter of seconds or two. It's very fascinating, also quite impressive. Now bringing Trick down in a situation where pistols are their main tool to kill. Oh, we have 4 rifles. Furlan, as he's the IGL, fighting the bullets, doesn't really care, building up a bit of economy for the rest of the team and sticking to that MP9 instead of going over to that rifle. He's taken Ivy. I'm not quite happy that he takes the duel with that kind of gun. It's now the smoke pop. Furlan doesn't need to go any further, could consider to do so. But the players, just Snetker and Lukey, first of all, held back from any further movement to take control towards the A site or the CT spawn.
It's quite curious that Furlan's played that position twice in 2 rounds with that MP9. Again, I don't agree with it myself. Do one of those M4s or Towa's AK for that matter, try play it down. 1-shot headshot. Simple as against all players from the Tricked side, but it will be fun to kick things off, and actually does words in my mouth right there. Taking out the first man, getting aggressive to spray down the second, and gets himself a nice $1,200 for his time. So the last 2, now just making that console as the last one. On the B-bomb site, does cross successfully to get the bomb down. I think he's just going to get his time. So I will try and take him down, and he will be able to do so, so the defuse will come through for a go. The bomb plant for Trick will give them a little bit more of an advantage. They go into a 4-round loss bonus round, and they have a lot of money to invest here. The AWP and the AKs could have brought out in full here.
Yeah, but on the other hand, what you got to say about it, those lads of AGO went fully complete into the next round, which means this benefits the CT economy massively. Furlan is even going to stick to his MP9. No switches in the weaponry on the side of AGO. No AWP we're going to see. And that just first of all means that Tricked might utilize in that, as we're not seeing anyone holding himself towards main, but we said aggression comes in. Tao needs to be now forearmed. 100% aware of what's going to happen. As he right now rotates back, he's taking a more defensive angle, and he's not into it yet.
Their standard defaults. Any man to get aggressive from either side is actually insta from Tricked. He's pushed right forward T-Coin. He's make sure that no one rotates and pushes out from the CT connector. Challenges Furlan, but takes a little bit of HP damage. Not a major amount. So Tricked, all things considered, are doing pretty well to try and pull a rotation towards the A bomb side, but the defensive is stacked towards B. Gruby and Tar far back and front forward position. 60 seconds left to go on the clock. The teams will have to make the push on eventually, and with the CT so focused towards T-Con, could be a very nice hit towards B. And actually, Tricked are going to completely decide against that. They're going to go back towards the apartments. Look to set up a split with Insta also here towards T-Con. I'm not sure if they think that the rotation has come through, whether they've just got enough info on how to deal with the CTs that close. But 45 seconds, it looks like A is going to be the play here with the Pop Dog control about to be gained by Snowcat and ANJ. PHR will be forced back away. Gets one and the second, and that's just tragic. Trick spent so much time getting info, so much time
flawless, Jamie.
They just get shut the hell down, as you say. 5 alive, and a 5th round, 4 go.
How do AGO do this? Over and over, they're surviving with every single man still standing, wounded, but without being down in the grave. And when you see it, consoles, walls, Insta, 5 rounds played, not a single frag found. So they go to Sage. Furlan still sticks to his MP9. He doesn't even change. A full AK setup incoming right now from the side of Tricked. Question is, when will they finally start to make a difference? Or will it be just AGO running away with this?
Could well be again, you know. One map's already been run away with by the Poles. So maybe another one. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising at all to me if that's what AGO picked. But so far, this was that default out again. This time Trick are going to play a lot of things a lot more carefully, more spread out this time. Ivy control trying to be gained, but 2 players against 2 more. Suppressed by like a single smoke. Eventually Insta and Lucky will be able to force the issue back away from Furlan and Groovy, but meanwhile towards Pop Dog, Console will try and get a frag. PHR has actually gone down early. ANJ has found the first frag towards T-Con, looking out for the second man, tagged up by Groovy and Snatches on the AWP. 2 players combined, 2 picks back for the CT side. They have the bomb, they have the man advantage. Straight Furlan back and get his second on Groovy. Opening up the A-bomb for a couple of seconds, but Console in from Pop Dog gets shut back down, and the HP and man advantage, well, the man advantage is null. The HP advantage is to the favor of AGO, and now Snatchy will make it all the advantage to the CT side. Insta, last man, got to spray this man down, and Snatchy connects on the AWP, 3K for him, and AGO just as dominant in map 2 as they were in map number 1.
When you just need to pop 1 bullet into the chest of one of those Trick players, it's the highest caliber Snatchy is choosing. Finding himself 2 frags there in the end, 8-2. And just to give you a little overview how the statistics looked while we had our first map ending 6-3 for AGO, it was actually Tomasz Wojcik, and I hope I didn't butcher his name, but I think it worked out. PHR with 23-8, finishing off Mirage. Insane stats. Maybe Tao's going to polish his right now with hearing that all the players are coming on site. First one to get, second one to find. Groovy does it together with his teammates. They don't stop. And at that point in time, a 7-0 secured. Except ANJ will go hot, and as he does, he jumps into his own Molotov, wants to go over connector. PHR seems to kind of understand the idea. Nearly finds him, 5 points of health left onto the lane. Single bullet of 5.56, finished it off. Jamie, we have a little bit of a repetition right now here.
Yeah, I mean...
And I don't like it.
I mean, I don't like it myself. It means the match is kind of boring overall for this series, but AGO are loving it over there right now. The season's
really?
Like, yeah, 7-0, probably going to be 8-0 in the next round. Like, we can even afford to buy an AUG on Groovy, you know. That's a lot of money invested. If he can turn it to a couple more frags, it means even better for AGO. For Trick, it just gets worse and worse, however. Still on max loss bonus. There's still very little to work with. PHR straight in the Pop Dog, gets the first man. ANJ goes down. He struggled to gain control of that side of the map. Trick will try to put most of their cookies out towards the Ivy position.
Yeah.
3 players against 1. It wouldn't surprise me if Furlan still won this fight.
The thing is, what I like so much right now about AGO Esports is the reason that, though they're really dominating this game right now, their entire series, they're not having those cocky moves. They're still pretty much sticking to their game plan. They're not having that kind of, oh, I'm just walking through a smoke, getting free frags or something like that. They're sticking to what they can do best. That is playing professional. And exactly how it is right now. Furlan basically has a few players lined up right in front of him. Smoke pops, Smaller goes in as well. Not a best of a positioning. And as we talked about it, serious behavior, not maybe the best of an idea. Snatchy now needs to find a few shots left, right, and center, but fully flashed as he is. Tao does the job. In the end, forces Trick to not move any further. 2 more alive. Trick, they're getting taken out as well.
Lucky's still going to connect 2 and a third. Back to a 2 versus 2 will go. Instead, Kacham on with the AWP. Suddenly, it's Zoltar, the man that opened up the round now to try and deny it. He does deny the bomb plant. 30 seconds remaining, and Snedka's got to come to him. He knows he's up against Norp. He knows he has to play close range, and the AK is at an advantage at this kind of position. Snedka trying to creep around, find that angle against Target.
It's incredible.
Perfect timing, and the AWP will get recovered. 3 kills for him, an 8th round for a go. And Trick just find nothing. They find nothing in these rounds.
It's just so sad to watch, and especially 8 rounds we have played. 13-0 for Tau, Jamie. A 13-0. I think it's been a while since I've seen that in an official. And I mean, we both agreed on that AJO is the better team, right? But I think we both didn't agree on a butcher called Tau taking out every single player off the Trick side. It could have been a 2-0, of course, but not that tight kind of goal we're having right here. Talking about finally there's a frag found. Entry in favor of A&J. Now they gotta utilize that instead of a fast-paced play, rather going back slow and seeing what they can do about it.
A&J picked back by Groovy as the org makes work happen. Console will train him, but Farlan also there with the AWP back from Ivy does get traded back. And Trick finally have a man advantage, but 2 versus 3, this could all turn back at the hat. Not to be. Tower goes down. Snatchy is alone out towards Connector. Bomb has been dropped, so he's got some time to work with, and he's still going to hold an aggressive angle. He's still trying to pick off a couple of these players, and actually smokes his way through. No. Console will get the bomb down. And it looks like Snatchy is going to run and save his gun. It's going to be 8-1 at last. Trick finally score there first. And it's great too because A&J opened up that round by finally gaining an opening pick towards Pop Dog. He was trying to take that position so many times in the past. Got shut down every single time, but finally he turns the whole thing around. He manages to get the frag on, I think PHL is the man that holds that on default. And meanwhile, Snatch is still doing damage on the CT side, taking 3 players out, and with Trick's economy situation, not the best.
I mean, I really gotta say, it's finally time for Trick to do so. The thing is, can they hold on to it? Because I personally feel like he might not be able to do so. With that 8-1 now occurring, the economy of AGO is still looking strong enough to offer everyone what they're looking for, actually. The thing is, if Trick is losing this round, their slim wallets are going to be majorly punished. That major punishment, it feels like it's not gonna work out too much if that will actually happen. No early entry. A&J this time not successful with that, rotating over to a different position. And we might see exactly that happening. Lucky getting punished, 4 more to go. And Snatchy does not stop with fragging. He is just a non-stop killing machine. Finally put to a stop.
But not before he can do significant damage to the T side. At this point, Console stands alone, and he will fall alone. A reset for Trick, and a eerily similar way that first map played out. And Trick got there first. I'll reset them, and then they connected infinite numbers of rounds together. It seems this ain't looking good again. CZ's out. At least a CZ, so, you know, there's going to be a chance that Trick stealed a round away, you know? Like, we know how overpowered that pistol really is, but against rifles and with a Go's moneyline stacking the way it has. Actually, it's not stacked as well as I thought it was. Never mind, actually. This is not the same Mirage map we're seeing. Trick will rush things down. Instant nade in to shut down several players' HP, but Groovy and Tower have it locked. No CZ kills today. Instant and A&J will also fall all the same. It's 1 man to left versus 5, and a 10th round on the board for a go.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. It's really sad to see. I have to say, the times I've met Trick, they've always been nice people. The times I've saw Trick play, they always gave us a fight, right? Because that right here is pretty much not delivering at all, and it sounds very harsh, and I don't mean to be any kind of rude to those guys of Trick, but I personally feel I expected way more. I know that they can do way more, even if it would be a 2-0 of AGO, which seemingly seems to be the case right now. I wouldn't expect it in that kind of manner. Once more, aggression comes down to Tau, needs to react. Nothing coming from the top of his head. Molotov thrown deep down. No one can cross. Needs to find the first. Those rounds are so quick, Jamie. And only Insta is alive. At least gets the bomb down. But another flawless one.
Well, at least Trick can say that they managed to accomplish what they set out to do in that eco round. They wanted the bomb down. They had Glocks. They weren't going to make a whole lot happen. So getting the extra money for the buy-up in this round is mission accomplished for them. You can see the AWP, the AKs will come out across the board with Kevlar and utility, quite an amount of utility as well. But Trick do need to do some serious work. They have only a round, a single round on their map pick. Maybe you could make an argument for the likes of Mirage, but now there's no excuses. This is Train, this is their home turf, and unfortunately they are getting absolutely smashed on it. Across the default they will go, try look for the pick, try look for info. The CT is set up once again, traveling down towards ID position where the AWP and one AK stands. Trying to gain control. Console this time is trying to take down Pop Focus. Lord forbid A&J can do it on his lonesome. But that's it from Trix. Trying to prod at the CTs, trying to find a way in. And looks like the first engagement is taken by Lucky, forcing Snatch out of his position. But it's only a positional advantage from the T side.
Yeah. So as it is right now, Snatchy finds himself the entry. 3 more are alive to the Trick side, and it personally feels like that's not going too well. With those 40 more seconds, Frillin takes the aggressive approach. 2 standing towards top dog. They can still try to do it. And PHR on the ladder, and it's nearly AJ dying from his own flames. He's limited in his movement. And with Joe's 16 points of health, Snatchy might easily find him. A Tao does it from behind. 12-1. He just drops on the stairs. We have an 11-round difference. Jamie, an 11-round difference, and Trick don't seem to really recover from it at all. This is one of the fastest best of threes in case AGL keeps up their pace I have ever seen.
We could actually just get it done in a little over an hour, actually. Like, legit, it's been an hour and 15 minutes since we started this best of 3. So it would be ridiculously quick for a go to win this one. Tricked. Well, let's see whether they can try and put a stop to that general sentiment. They're already out towards Brown Holes. Toa actually forced away by a Molotov. So at least there's something for the T side. With a lot of this utility upgraded pistols, they do need to make a round work towards their favor. They have force brought into this one. And then we'll go to set up towards the B site push. Immediately, the CT's the aggression on the other side. T-Con's in their control. PHR will probably push around and set up a backstab. And if they don't act quick, the T's will actually fall victim to that. Fortunately, they are stacking up. They're getting ready to move straight into ramp. There's one man here to defend. That's Toa. Backup has arrived. Focusing on towards A&J. A&J will get the kill. Open things up. The Ruby traded right back out. Berlin gets 1. He gets 2. Meanwhile, PHR on the backstab is ready to shut them down. But his teammates have done all the damage. Constantly M4 in hand. Not quite knifed, but Groovy will get the frag regardless. Snatchy just waiting for the flames to dissipate for him to get the defuse in the 13th round for a go.
Now, if the people just joined us in, that would have been then the 4th knife kill in 2 maps coming in from AGO. We already had 3 knife frags happening already on Mirage. I think 2 of them were actually from Ruby. Not quite sure about it, but I mean, I think the economic status of AGO pretty much tells the story right now of this entire game. If Tricked are not winning this one, AGO is just 2 rounds away from taking home that certain best of 3 series. And I don't know, I wouldn't really feel comfortable with that kind of scoreline when you just recently got yourself your boy Snatker back in. And when Snatker is actually replacing the guy who played best in the last best of 3 series they had. It's just a feel.
Meanwhile, even in this series, he's not the best performer for Tricked, so might want to revise that that roster move trick. I'm no roster manager, I'm no captain of a team, but most certainly. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
the father knife. He's come through. He's got himself 3, and he's completely turned around for a go. Oh, this is just an advantage round for Tricked. And Furlan just goes ahead and does that. That's 4 knives in 2 maps.
Well, do you remember how I said that they might be a team that is focused in every situation and playing 100% serious? Yeah.
What do you say about this one? I think this one's done in 2 rounds, I'll be honest. But there's no, 14-1 is so much more one-sided than Mirage was, so... Tricked weren't able to come back on Mirage. That's it, you know? Like, I don't see them coming back now. USP's out, Kevlar. ANJ with a CZ. Would like to see that passed on to someone with Kevlar, because ANJ hasn't been the greatest at getting opening frags. Work needs to be done here. Let's see if they can do it. It's the tease out towards Ramp. ANJ does get the first and the second. Okay, he's bought time. He's bought an opportunity for his CT players, but now the USPs need to come up clutch. They need to do something here.
Yeah, and that is not a little bit tough right now. That bomb is going to be planted right now. They have a kid on none of the individuals at this point in time. And Snatchy, who's now playing it from behind, needs to come down. He's one of the 2 armored players right now, and he's still taking that duel. Snatcher have found that one, and so only Snatchy can be 14-2, and it seems like we're back at it for the moment as Tricked find themselves on the second. But if you remember right, Jamie, we had Tricked picking up 1, and then AGO got themselves back into this. So we might have a deja vu. But first of all, Tricked can buy up and get themselves a decent armory set up, as we have ourselves 2 M4s, UMP of Amaz, ANJ sticking to that tiny ZZ.
Fortunately for Tricked, Groovy did not get a knife this pistol round, so they do not need to worry about an M4 bearing down on themselves. And Go, however, did get the bomb plant, so they are going to hold back tight, passive, and wait. Going for maybe one more round, one more bomb plant. Go for the rifle after that. Early rifle round, of course, against the Tricked side. Try to see what they can do from there. Meanwhile, the CTs have aggressed from Ivy, and Snatchy is lying in wait for them. Deagle out. Headshots galore. Potentially. Have to find out in the next couple of seconds here. They are just slowly pushing in towards the B side of the T side. And actually, there is no CT presence. Finally, insta-strikes first. Takes Snatchy down, so Deagle doesn't do the damage that he would have loved to. But the bomb is ready to go towards the B site, and his only console here towards Connector, trying to watch out from Ramp, gets PHR down, spots them as they go, but the bomb gets on towards the site. Fernand's going to suppress him back here from upper, does end up falling, but takes a dink, and Toa finishes the job after getting the bomb plant. So 2 versus 4 and a 1 versus 4. Sneak around for a goal, they got themselves the bomb plant, that's what they wanted, that's what they needed, and they'll have a lot of money to buy in the next round.
At least a little bit off the additional pocket money those guys from AGO get themselves. Now finish it and seal the deal is basically very, very important kind of mindset AGO needs. Tricked's economy is still looking quite alright. They will be able to buy up in case they lose a round, but it doesn't even matter too much because AGO back on the A case and probably right now starting to strike. What's really worrying though, Jamie, we've played 18 rounds. Throughout these 18 rounds, Insta got himself only 2 single frags. 2.
It's not a very promising number, is it?
Nah, not really.
A go. Want to exploit that number in its finest. They take Insta down as the first man. Toa's also pushed up. He's got CT's bearing down on him, but they have no idea where he is. Lucky's going to go aggressive, take down PHR. Look for Groovy AK to work with, and Tar hasn't accounted for this. He's let him slip past, but he's still inside the CT line. Will catch Snedcut off guard, 3 versus 3. But ANJ looking towards the 26 Furlan, sprays his way on through, but gets flashed back out. The CTs have an advantage yet, and they make it so. Snatchy, 2K up for the 4K clutch. Bomb on his back. The T-side dream in his heart as he takes a third. Console so close, he's not going to peek it. Snatchy's on 9 HP. He's waiting, he's ready. He peeks towards it. No! That would have been a ridiculous clutch to put a go on map and match point. But no, Console barely saves it for Tricked.
That was way too tight, and AGO coming back into this nearly with a finishing one, to say it like that. They're not doing it for the moment. Tao picks himself up that ZZ and armor, as the rest of the teams try themselves as much as possible with the rest of the pistols. And there's once more that kind of focus you need, as you don't want to give this away too early, and as you don't want to give this away at all. There's this one round where you need to focus, where you need to get back into your own kind of playstyle. And just to, as we have that kind of time right now, talk about it statistically a little bit. I personally feel like a map like Train is not really suitable for AGO when it comes down to the T site. It's just 2 more they need, though. A lot of tries they have.
Yeah, 5th round on the board for Tricked, but it's out of many they need to find. 10 rounds in deficit to the AGO side. So, work to be done still, as you say, and many chances for AGO to close out this map and close out this series as a result. And one of the quickest series in CSGO history, I'd argue. I'm not 100% certain how long the shortest best of 3 has been, but this will be a contender for it. 14-5. As the T side buy up one more time. AWP for Snatchy. AK's out for AGO. Snatchy's been fantastic with this AWP. And let's see if he can carry his team to victory alongside these one-shot headshot rifles. Molotovs, flashbangs, smokes, all coming into play here against the AWP of Snedka. Underwhelming so far. And everybody else got the M4s, the AKs for the Tricked side. 1 round is all AGO really need. Is this going to be that round here, Zesh?
It very well could be. It very well could be, but we might just see a little bit of a different outcome. First of all, there, Insta finds himself the entry onto Groovy, right timed, well done. Tao, on the other hand, though, gets himself that control back. An equalized situation we're having. Snatchy getting himself A and J as well. So it's got to be now Console finding himself lucky to get Furlan, as he's looking not in the right direction. He might have the right kind of timing. Now Furlan is back at the position. He knows where Console is, but he rips his head off. Free versus free. But take a look at Tao. Jamie, the kind of ground he has taken, well, you could say it's kind of unique.
Snedka off guard? No!
He realizes?
What? How did he know?
That was quite smart. Probably expected as it's open. They can find their way into it. Now Snatchy and PHR need to do it. Only one man standing back on the site, and that is Console. He now hears the steps. Can't find PHR. Snatchy finds himself another headshot. 14-6, Jamie. I'm not quite sure how you feel about it, but that could be the kind of momentum you need for a comeback.
Could very well be at this point. But now, Trick still have quite an amount of work that still needs to be done here, and any round could put AGO on match and map points. So the pressure is against them as they go up against a half buy of AGO. They want to steal a round away here, so DZ's P250s. And actually, Snatchy's fabled P250 that you mentioned earlier on.
Oh yeah, now I can tell the story. Wait, let me see when he has it in his hands.
Wait a minute. He's got a Murtos. He's actually replaced it.
He has. Sometimes it shows attack, sometimes it doesn't. I know he has that attack in it. I'll tell the story after the round, because maybe it could be that ball even going down. I'll get something down. Incredibly enough, and from the top, look, he comes. So PHR could find himself insta as he's low HP, but they walk beside each other. No chance there for PHR to do anything. Another ding coming in. And now I can explain to you why that Muertas is actually called Ha Ha Ha, told you. So, a few months back, I have asked Snatchy on Steam, and we're talking about a few things. And I asked him who's going to replace, who's going to be the replacer at Virtus Pro. And he said it's going to be Michu. And I told him, if you are telling me that right now, and if you're telling the truth, I'll buy you a pistol skin of your choice. So I bought him the pistol skin. That's not it. I bought him the pistol skin. I wrote that on Twitter, and then he replied to me, ha ha ha, told you. So I bought the name tag additionally and named it like that. Goddamn Snatchy.
That's what you get for placing a bet against someone who's pretty well connected in the Polish scene, dude. Like,
I think he didn't know. I think it was just his expectation. But he did a good expectation. He knows the scene, and he got his P250 Muertes now. For free.
Well, a free P250 Muertes. The Steelers are going to hate that. Trick are certainly going to hate it right now because it's almost going to become the bane of their existence.
PHR?
As are the AKs in for the CT side. Furlan traded back. Nedka and ANJ in a 2 versus 4 situation. The bomb is over towards the A-bomb site. They've got full control of the A-bomb site. And the bomb will go down for a retake of the Aegis from the 2 AWPs. They have to do it. Nedka will fire the first shot, lose it. ANJ still not getting the position for connector, and I think we see why. They are not going to try for this retake. They're going to look for the exits. Concede map and match point, 2 ago. Oh dear.
Oh, there pretty much sums it up quite good. The CT economy is looking hella decent right now, but the question is if they have any benefit from it. Because AGO might have found the way back into it. Snetker as well as ANJ don't seem to try right now. It wouldn't even matter because that what they're losing is not that worth much. It's going to be an AK throw on the way for another one exchange. Groovy picks... Oh, it's actually the AWP he's picking up. Snetker gets another exit, but that's it. 15-7.
8 rounds on this comeback. And although they did do some pretty decent damage to Ago, at this point it doesn't matter. Both teams are going to be buying in full. Maybe they could set up a reset against them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, that's really what it is, a maybe at this point. But
Maybe fits pretty good to it. And take a look, though. I mean, they're all having money. He's rather choosing himself on that Max 7. Interesting to see what he's trying with that. As the Max 7 is a little bit like lottery, because either you hit some very nice shots or you're getting kind of screwed over. Saying this, Ruby gets no damage onto himself, man advantage on the AGO site.
Groovy straight out towards off position. Lucky he didn't expect it. And now he's dead for it. Trick lose the first, and this will be the first on towards death. Look at Groovy, he's still pushing up on the blue train and the red train. Getting close against ANJ. Will ANJ complete this? Well, we take down Snedka for it at the very least, and ANJ is alone on the site. He will get back up incoming, insta, rotating quick. He's on the site, snatching. Looking for the spray, takes him down, but meanwhile, Insta and ANJ are going to fall. It's all down to Kotsol. 1v4, 4K clutch. Gets the first man, drops the bomb for a couple of seconds, but 19 HP to make it work. He's going to rotate all the way around. The T's will give chase. Groovy's trying to close this one out. And 19 HP remains on console. Sprays his way on through on Tower. 12 HP remains. The PHR is ready for it. And there's one man on the backstab. Groovy with the spray. 16-7. And finally, Ago will turn that around. I think Trick scored about 10 rounds in that entire best-of-3 series there, Zesht, and...
I mean, it could have ended way differently, to be very honest, right? We could have ended somewhere along the lines of a 16-3 as well. A little bit shaky to the end, but then still we're able to figure a way out to make this all last 1 hour and 30 minutes. We got ourselves a quite quick best-of-3 series right here with a 2-0 for AGO. Kind of expected, not in that kind of fashion. Either way... That was quite fast. That was quite decent. And, I mean, one thing we need to talk about, though, as a few people asked, we had a great game. And there's something on the top, which is called Dynamic Price Pool. Dynamic Price Pool, dear Jamie, do you want to explain it? It's actually quite simple, to be very fair.
Yeah, and this is something I actually do know about, so I'll be happy to explain it, Zesht. Because Lord forbid I know anything about Counter-Strike, you know, that's not my job.
Yeah.
But no. The dynamic prize pool is basically a crowd-funded prize pool. That amount at the top is extra money that will be paid out to the players on top of the already standard, I think, $5,000 that Hellcase are offering. So if you want to get involved, you can go to hellcase.com and buy any of the Hellcase Cup cases, and you can directly support the prize pool that will be going to the winners of the tournament. First place gets 40% of the overall money line at the top.
And
so
the thing
feel
is,
free to contribute.
You get skins. That's something to really. Well. That's very important, right? Because who wants to support something if you don't get out of it something, you know? And that's skins. You get yourself skins. You can get yourself some quite decent skins, actually.
Indeed, you can. And
yeah.
I think I've got a pretty decent number of win rate, or pretty
a
decent
percentage
win rate,
of yeah. True. I think that actually is a quite decent case to use. There are 2 of those, so try yourself out with that. And I think that's pretty much it for the moment, Jamie. on my side, as you see, is Switchblade J. I'm Zestr. We're taking a break. We'll be out for the moment. See you guys next time here at the Hellcase Cup number 7. We're starting up tomorrow again, so stay tuned. See you at Starladder.